Hell, a lot of them turn the comments off.
Oh, you mentioned Eminem. Like, he'll say, oh, yeah, somebody said something about me, and I didn't even realize it for a year.
Damn.
Because he's not reading comments.
Yeah.
He's not reading Twitter. He's not going through looking for what people say about him.
Yeah.
You know, it would just be, I was just having a recording session with somebody like, hey, you remember when so-and-so said that about you? And they were like, no. What'd they say? And that's probably for your mental state the best way to be, because you think about it, the bigger artist you are, the more bad things people are going to say about you.
Hey, blast off, I can talk my ass off. Hey, smoke you what you seen and I'll tell you what I saw. Hollywood, what you think and I'll tell you what I thought. And we can talk about it all when we here on Trash Talk. Hey.
What's going on, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Trash Talkers Podcast.
We made it.
We made it, Smoked Up.
Yeah,
What's
we
going
did.
on, bro?
Another week.
Another week in the books.
Yeah, man. Other than the weather, ain't a lot of the pyramid stuff. That's pretty crazy, huh?
That is crazy, man. I saw that what was it, about a week ago? I saw it, man. Where everybody was like, "Oh, how are the pyramids built? How are the pyramids built?" And turns out they just discovered there's coils and pillars that are kilometers.
Oh yeah.
Kilometers long down under it. It's like that just
Yeah.
erases everything we thought, doesn't it?
Yeah, if it's true. And that's the thing, right? Like, if people don't give it time to breathe, like, it would be an amazing discovery if we found out this is true, right? But already there's debunking videos, like, oh, it's totally not true, And it's like, give it time to breathe. Give us time to find out for sure. You don't have to start saying it's all a lie before we even know the whole story.
Yeah, and not only that, but like it kind of feels bad for the researchers and the scientists who actually went out there.
Yeah,
who used
actually
LiDAR.
working on
like,
finding
dude, I was
out.
hot. I had sand in my shoes. And meanwhile,
Yeah.
you're just nope, this isn't real. It's like
Yeah, exactly.
Like, give it some time.
Yeah.
Let some other people do some research. Man.
Absolutely, yeah. The internet sleuths out there, they're always on top of everything.
Not only that, dude, but it's like, sometimes when you hear new stuff like that, it's fun. Like, let
Exactly.
me enjoy it for a minute.
Yes.
But
Let people have their fascination with it without shutting it down.
Yeah.
Like, maybe some people don't like fascination.
I mean, like, there's always going to be the contrarians out there. It's like,
Oh,
nope,
yeah.
this is not right. Nope,
No
this
matter
is not
what
right.
is said.
Nope, nope.
It's like conspiracy theorists who, talked about aliens for so many years. They have to have disclosure. They have to tell us they are out there. And as soon as it comes out,
Nope,
they're like, no,
not
they're
real.
lying to us.
And you know what? We don't know. No one
We
really
don't
knows.
know.
No one really knows what the heck
Exactly.
is going on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's best to do your own research. If you see something cool, do your own digging.
Well, that's becoming a meme now.
What's
And,
that?
I do my research, and it's like, yeah, well, your research just consists of you watching a YouTube video
Yeah.
of somebody else.
But that's what I'm saying. If you got, it doesn't. God dang, like.
Just follow what fascinates you.
Yeah, if you like it, you like it. If
Like,
you don't, you don't.
I mean, I guess if you really get turned on by hearing somebody debunking everything, then
by all means,
yeah, have fun.
I always take what you say. It was like, as long as you're not hurting nobody, I don't care what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
If you get enjoy by watching debunk videos,
Yeah.
enjoy yourself.
Some
buddy.
people really do.
Yeah, man. I would say you're probably in the minority, but I mean,
You would think.
most people. You don't think so?
Yeah, I mean, I think it probably is the minority.
I mean, most people gravitate to what they like,
Mm-hmm.
and
And some people just like to negate everything.
yeah, but not only that, dude. That's like, I don't know if I'll take food for a prime example. Like, I'll try anything once, but it's like I'm gonna try it because I don't know if I like it. If I like it, like, I'll take chicken for the prime example. Most people like chicken, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you know you like chicken?
You had to try it.
Until you tried it.
Yeah.
Like, oysters is probably my favorite food. Most people don't like oysters, and I like them raw. It's like, they look disgusting, but you tried it.
See, I saw that
dang
effect
it.
in real life with food growing up, because my dad would be like, no, I don't like that stuff. I was like, you ever tried it? No.
Nope. Then how you
Oh.
know you don't like
Exactly.
it?
I just know I don't like it.
God dang, we're kind of contradicting ourselves a little bit.
Well, how's that?
Because before Rappers React, we were like, nope, can't listen to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Can't
yeah,
do it.
Exactly.
Well, have you actually listened to it?
Oh, not,
Kinda.
Not in depth. Yeah, I've heard it in passing before. But that was the thing.
That's it.
You open your mind, and then all these new realms of possibilities are exposed, and you're like, wow, this is actually really good.
You don't know what you like until you try it, you know? And if you don't like it, it's cool.
Yeah.
But don't hate on other people who do like stuff, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's read again, if you guys are new here, we always read the top 3 comments from the previous podcast, which happen to be, do you have to listen to a certain genre to be in a subculture of music? Now, the number 3 most liked comment from that podcast is, let's see, hold on, here we go here. All right, number 3 most liked comment comes from Wolveraza. Shout out Wolveraza9896. I listen to everything from Vivaldi to Rage Against the Machine. Rules for music? Nope. LOL.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be limits on music, in my opinion.
I mean, I agree, man. Like, I was thinking about that not too long ago. It's like, we listen to Rammstein and you know, they speak Cyros. Me and you enjoyed Cyros before doing Rappers Rap. We have no idea what they're saying.
Not at all.
But God, I just love the music, man. It just sounds
so
good.
Yeah. What if they are talking about just the worst possible thing?
I mean,
that's the thing that we always say. Like, you may not like them personally, but you gotta respect that they are really good.
Yes, man. The number 2 most liked comment comes from Bear or Bar. I'm gonna say Bear because it looks like the first 4 letters of my name, Bear790. I don't do genres. I do good music.
Yeah.
If it sounds good, I'll listen to it.
There you go.
Shout out to you, Bear790.
Staying open-minded.
That's facts.
Yeah.
The number 1 most liked comment comes from you, Johnny. Metal Guru says, the only rule for genres is that there are no rules. Listen to what you enjoy away from culture. Away from what culture you are a part of. I agree, man. If you like it, like it.
Yes. That's how... I feel like in the internet age, which kind of leads into this anyway, but in the internet age, you know, people become more into, like, no, you have to stick to your culture.
Why?
Yeah, why is the question. Like, why can't we open our minds? Why can't we explore outside of it?
Man, what was I about to say, dude? I know I've been talking about Mexico, but I had no idea that I would like swimming in an underground cave with no light around me. Had no clue I would enjoy it. It's one of the greatest feelings of my life. I mean, just hopping in a cave, dude. They had to get smoke, and the water is like sacred to like the Mayans over there, and they would have to take this smoke and run it all around
like
you.
Sage or
something. It was something. That was like, no, you cannot get in this water until we do this.
Until you're purified.
Yeah, until you're purified. And I'm like, okay, sure, but
no bad juju in our waters.
Yeah, and with me, it's like, I'm cool with that, but I had a claustrophobic thing. It's like, you know, I'm finna be underground with no light. I have no clue what's under me. There's no way I'm gonna like it. Meanwhile, you get in there and there's a bunch of strangers. You have no idea who they're with. They're all just enjoying. It's like, dude, this is great.
Yeah.
No one is from here. We're swimming in this ancient pool canyon, and we're just enjoying it. But I wouldn't have known I've liked it until I did it. Now I like it.
I feel like I never had claustrophobia in my life until after COVID for some reason.
Really? Well, hell,
Yeah.
I never.
I don't know if it's like a breathing thing or what, but man, I watched those like the spelunking or whatever, the cave, whatever they're called.
That's what
you go through really tight spaces.
Yeah.
I watch that and get anxiety now.
See, that's the thing with someone who is diagnosed with anxiety. But I was thinking the same thing. It's like I remember those videos of like people like getting through crevices, and I'm like, wait a minute, you want me to go underground in the water with a bunch of people I don't know in a foreign country? No, I'm good.
Yeah.
But then when I got down there, I'm like, okay, I see what it's about.
Not bad.
But the claustrophobia in my brain was like, wait a minute, bro, you're not gonna like it. I get what you're saying there.
Yeah, definitely. I even had an MRI one time, and I was like, hey, I don't have claustrophobia. So I lay down, and as soon as I get in there, I'm like, wow, this is kind of claustrophobic. Some people freak out in MRIs, man.
Yeah. How many MRIs have you had in your life?
That might have been the only one, actually.
Damn.
I think only one, yeah. I've had x-rays, of course. But
yeah, I'm talking about on the machine with the
exactly. Yeah, I think that was the only one. It was for a massive kidney stone.
Oh, God. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
God.
That was the worst one of my life.
Knock on wood on that one. But no, today's topic, smoking.
Yeah.
God, you had to bring up kidney stones. You know that's one of the things I don't like, man. Kidney
They're not nice.
Kidney stones and rats, man.
Yeah.
Oh, God, now I got to tell you a video I saw, dude.
What was that?
I don't even.
Hey, we're on the podcast.
I
Go
know,
for it.
man. This dude had a KS.
A KS.
Yes, I don't. Just saying
okay.
the word bothers me. He had a KS, and he was so proud of it, and he kept it, and he walked around with it in this little towel, and it was like he was proud that his body was able
I
to.
still got that one.
Ah!
And they give you a little cup to collect it in, and it's got a little screen in it. You pee through it, and then it drops right in there. I still got it, man. It thinks the size of a pea.
God, no, dude. This dude looks like a. It weighed 2.9 grams.
Oh, that's a huge one.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah, that's a huge one.
God, he was so proud of it. Yeah, my body did this.
That is nothing to be proud of.
God. Today's topic.
I would be perfectly fine if I never had another one.
Yeah. Ugh. Go ahead.
I've had 20 so far. From little tiny grains to a pea. All right, we're done.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's horrible.
That don't make your skin like.
No, because I've already been through it.
All right, what's today's topic?
I don't have the anxiety of having it because I've already did it 20 times. Royal Blue.
God, go. Today's topic.
Yeah, is social media good for music?
Is it a good thing or a bad thing for
Uh-huh.
music?
You know, they always say never read the comments, right?
That's what they say, man. I'm okay with that, though, man.
Oh,
Well,
okay, we're reading it? Well, we read the comments,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I mean, because
We're lucky enough to have mostly good comments.
I'll say 95% of our comments,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even care about the bad comments. To me, this is
Yeah.
what a lot of people don't understand. As a YouTuber, if you leave a comment, good, bad, negative, you can hate us.
It helps you.
It helps. No matter
Mm-hmm.
what you say, it puts us, so by all means. But now, as far as social media, good or bad for music, think about it. Now, let's take comments out of the equation. Let's
Yeah.
just talk about spreading music through various social media platforms. Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
X.
Without worrying about the comments yet.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
again, there's a good side of the internet, there's a bad side of the internet.
Mhm.
The good side of spreading this music through all these social media platforms is you're
Yeah.
able to get your music out.
And they're able to share it much easier than back in the day when they would just pass a CD around.
Right. So not only is it good for the artist,
Mm-hmm.
it's good for the artist, the creator, it's good for the consumer and people who have like minds like the consumer. But there are some times where you have music that puts out bad rhetoric. Where about like it could be
yeah.
about and then like, oh, check this out. Like
Yeah,
check
and
this.
people are sharing it ironically and sometimes maliciously.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes a thing. It's like, oh man, I know. I was gonna say, don't you run from me.
Oh, yeah.
That song was so popular with white kids,
Yeah.
and they're just in school saying, "Don't you run from me." But that was
But he didn't mean it that way.
he didn't.
No.
But the social media of
Yeah,
spreading.
I get it. I see when that happened, and it was Mario Judah who we're talking
Yeah.
about.
If y'all don't know, check out Mario.
when
Judah,
when
Don't
he
You
went
Run.
viral with that song, I didn't understand at first until I really don't understand it now, but people started pointing out like, this sounds racist, right?
How?
I did not. The first time I heard it, I didn't think anything about racism.
I thought weird. I thought, okay, he's doing some.
Yeah, he's doing like
rock,
like
mashup.
horrorcore type
Yeah.
stuff back in the day.
But okay, now let's speak on that. You saw it on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You did when you first saw it on social media. You didn't think racism at all.
No, not at all.
But when you saw people equating that
Yeah.
song on what social
Yeah.
media,
Mhm.
then your brain automatically.
Yep.
What?
And was that bad for him in the end?
I mean, in the beginning of that song, he does says, "Where's Mario Judah?" Now we can ask the question. Ever since then,
Exactly.
Where's he at now?
I bet he's changed his life.
Man,
Because, he was being really dark and had the gimmick going. And I bet he's like a church boy now.
man. I mean, this dude had on a.
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but it feels like sometimes that's the route that people take, He's like, all right, so I went viral, made a little bit of money off that song. People took it the wrong way. I'm just going to do something completely different.
But so you had said you didn't think racism at all.
No, not at all.
So what made you think racism?
When
Social
interviewers are like, hey, that sounds racist.
S-
I'm like, really?
So once you started seeing people saying
I
it,
see
and you're
why
seeing
they
white
said it.
people, like, saying
Yeah, I see why they said it because they explained it in every one of those interviews. But no, I'm like, but intention is the thing, right?
yeah.
Just because you are wanting to say it sounds that way doesn't mean that he intended it to be that way.
Yeah, and not only that, dude, that's bad for the artist. Like him as well. He's like, dude, I did not like. He became a meme.
Yeah.
After he's like, God dang it, I was wanting to have a lustrous
Yeah, and
music
he was
career.
creative and talented, and like he could have been something.
So now I ask you the question: in Mario Judah's situation,
In his situation, maybe it wasn't that good. But then again, would he ever reach that level without it?
I mean, give me a opposite story. Can you think of an opposite situation of an artist that was like, you know, no one would like this, no one. But then I can give you one right now.
What was that?
Soulja Boy.
Oh yeah.
With man, and I know we're talking a lot of rap.
Yeah,
here.
he would have never really gotten out to the masses unless some record label swooped him up.
Yeah, he did it all, and people can hate on Soulja Boy with crank that. Y'all can hate on it, but what he did was brilliant. He took the top 10, top 15 most popular songs on LimeWire and Napster, and would upload it with that title, but
Yeah.
would put his song in it.
Yeah.
So it'd get
Yeah, people would
downloaded.
hear it and like, oh, this is pretty good.
That
Who
was
is
fire. Yeah, and then play it over again. So and
this? Kind of deceptive. Yeah, very deceptive.
It worked though.
But that's what people were doing in the LimeWire days.
Yes.
Mhm.
I mean, so in that case, so social media is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It really helped his career. Yeah, Kate Bush is one where her
brought it
career
back.
had died out.
Oh.
I mean, I guess you could say Stranger Things, but without social media, people wouldn't have been able to find it, right?
Huh.
They would have just heard the song and been like, "Oh, who is that? That's a good song," you know.
Damn.
But and you get on social media and you're like, "Oh, this is Kate Bush. Oh, she's got other stuff."
Man, you're right, dude. Now that I think about it, like, think about Macintosh Plus. It's your move.
Yeah.
I saw that on social media.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah.
There's so many songs that are in my playlist that not only come from you guys and our Patreon members, but that come from just random, like 60 seconds. I'm like, what is that song? Like, that's fire.
Or like Reddit songs, because you think about this, there will be like bands that had a song back in the 80s that didn't really do anything, you know. It might have just been local. They played it at their local bar or whatever. And years later, people are like, what is this song that I found at a garage sale on a CD?
Yeah.
You know, and they put it out to the internet, and Reddit's looking through like, who is this? Nobody knows who the artist is. And then eventually they find that artist. That artist starts collecting some revenue because everybody's downloading their song now.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, man. Like I don't know if this is an old song, but I've been seeing it used on a lot of shorts. But it's like now and forever. Have you heard that one? That's all I know from the
I'm right offhand.
Trash Talkers. If y'all know that song, but it's like
Oh, that one that.
now and forever.
Nah.
It sounds like an 80s song to me.
Maybe if I heard it, I would be like, oh yeah, I did hear that.
There's so many songs.
That what was it? Modern Talking.
Oh,
That it
wait.
was another one of those where it was a song in the 80s, and then people started using it in shorts, and then it blew up all over again.
See, that's the good side of it.
A cherry, cherry lady,
Yeah.
know you is to love you. Dun, 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 dun.
Man, what? Man, I could bring up a song right now. God, dude, there was a song.
And those bands are going on tour again after years.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's beneficial to the artist and also to the users because they're spreading it. But now the bad side.
Yeah.
God, there's a song that's been stuck in my head for the past week, and I cannot figure out what song it is. And God, I want to ask you guys to help me find it, but I can't find it in my search history. But the bad side. Are there some songs or artists that like let's take, oh God, give me a, I want to use R. Kelly, but then I don't. But where I'm going here is,
Dude, let's talk about that for a second.
okay, well, let me say what I was going to say.
All right.
The dude has amazing music. The dude has
Of
great
course,
music.
yeah.
He's got one
Greatest
of the best
R&B artist of all time.
no question. So if he puts a song,
I mean, it is kind of hard to say great because of what he did, and people are going to be mad about that. No, he made it the best R&B music of all
times.
Yeah.
I don't care about your personal life.
Regardless of what he did in his personal life.
Leave your personal life alone.
Yeah.
I don't. You might be a despicable human being.
Mm-hmm.
However, your catalog of music, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Now, to someone in the younger generation, They hear a short and they're like, I can't see nothing wrong with a little bumping. It's a short. It's being played thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, hundreds of millions, billion. And then they're like, dude, this is the greatest song. They're driving in their mom's house. They play, I can't see. And then mama comes out like,
why are you listening to that?
Mama,
This is a song. That's from the 90s.
That shows you that music supersedes whatever. Does it though? Does music supersede?
It kind of does, right? Dude, what I was going to bring up about R. Kelly is that he puts out that song from jail. And it's so
It was a good song, dude.
That people are like, I don't know, he might be innocent.
I mean, God dang.
That song is so good that people are literally like, I think he's innocent.
Damn, folks.
Like, how can you be that good at music?
In
that
jail.
You were in prison for, 30 years? Whatever you
Quite
got.
a long time.
and people are like, I think he's innocent.
Yeah,
that song is just too damn good.
Dude, come on.
A guilty man could not make a song that damn good.
I believe I can fly. Come on, everybody here thought they was gonna do the
the Jordan dog.
Yeah, everybody thought they was gonna do it, man. But,
Yeah.
And we ain't. Again, y'all have to understand we're separating the actions from the music.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look at you had mentioned prison. God, dude. So then I want to ask you the question again. You didn't fully answer it. Can music separate 100% from a dude in history that did terrible things? I'll just say that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Let's say he put out a fire song and it just now resurfaced. You think people would F with it?
There would be like I said, the ironic crowd, and then the people who would be sharing it maliciously. There's that. And much like R. Kelly, there's going to be somebody out there that's like they did it with the speeches. When they translated them to English, there were people out there like, you know what? He had a lot of really good ideas. I mean, obviously, the MMA guy got in trouble.
Oh, yeah,
for
Bryce Mitchell. I mean,
they hear something like that, and they're like, that is so powerful. And he was a talented person that I don't believe he was a bad person. I mean, he was a bad person. There's no way around it.
God, why is this?
He was a terrible person.
It's so crazy because why do I feel like we're stepping on eggshells here? Why is that?
Because we're on social media.
Oh, again, man. I mean,
but that's the dark side of social media.
Yeah.
Is that it's hard to express your opinion if people don't want to hear an opinion that is like yours.
Dude, I saw something. God, man. If we want to stay on this situation on social media, I saw Cat Williams say, you know what? Bill Cosby was one of my favorite comedians growing up.
I used to listen to his stand-ups. I mean, it was a little before my time, obviously, but when I would listen to him back, like before he got busted and before anybody knew how bad of a person he was, I would listen to him and enjoy him. For sure.
That's what I'm saying, but
it was like clean comedy,
yeah, it was like
but it was still funny.
It's
the one about him at the dentist was hilarious.
Yeah, oh, yeah, dude. Where he was numb? Is that what you saw? Yeah.
And he was trying to talk to him while they kept asking him questions, and they were spraying the water in his mouth and working on him. He's like, it was hilarious.
But that's the thing. It's like, man, the dude had good stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, what he did was terrible.
Yeah,
it was
terrible.
terrible. Yeah. But and I'm trying to bring it back to social media. It's like, you know.
Oh, that perpetuates that stuff for sure.
Who said how you remember what you did 30 years ago? Remember that? He was like,
oh yeah, yeah.
How do you remember that?
When somebody comes out, yeah. Like, how do you even remember that?
I don't remember what I did 3 weeks ago. How do you remember that from 30 years ago?
Dude, I was talking to my son, though. There are certain things that stick in your memory.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking to my son was like, the first memory I have was right after I was born. I was like, you don't remember that. He was like, yeah, I remember opening my eyes and looking at the ceiling.
There's no way.
I was like, no, you
There's
don't.
no way.
So he asked me, he was like, what is your oldest memory? I was like, I remember being on a bus, and somebody asked me how old I was, and I held up 4 fingers.
Oh, I thought you was gonna tell your bus story, being born in the ambulance.
Oh no, no. See, that's another thing. Is like I always had this recurring dream of my own birth, and it felt like it was an actual memory. I had this dream over and over and over as a child of actually watching myself being born, And the only way I can make sense out of that is my spirit was in the room before I was actually born, before I actually went into the body.
So
But I saw my own birth over and over and over when I was a kid.
so we just discounted your son so much. What if
Maybe.
he's witnessing?
Maybe it might be.
I mean,
But you know, like we're skeptical as we grow, right? We're like, nah, ain't no way you remember that.
I mean, there is that age 7 theory where they say, you know, you can communicate with other things after the age of 7.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
You
think-
don't lose the ability to see through the veil until you turn 7 or somewhere around there. I mean, I'm sure it's different for each person, but a lot of people believe that in New Age spirituality, that children are able to communicate with something of another dimension.
I'm trying to remember my earliest memory. I remember, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first thing that's always popping in my head is the Hollywood. Me coming out there like Michael Jackson.
Yeah. How old were you then?
And I might have been 8. Like 8,
Yeah.
9.
Oh, dang, that was the earliest.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta remember something.
I got 2 memories.
Oh!
From 4 years old.
I do got one. I think I might have been about 5 or 6.
Mhm.
But I remember at my cousin's house, we was, damn it. If you just, this will tell you how old it is. If whatever year Friday came out. We had it on bootleg in South Carolina.
That was in the 90s. It was probably 94, 95.
All right.
So are you 6, 7?
Dang, I was 11 then. There's no way.
No, not. If you were born in 87.
88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. So, yeah, about 5 or 6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I remember just watching it on bootleg. First of all, why are you watching Friday on bootleg? God dang, was we that bad off? God dang.
I remember my dad rented it from the VHS rental store.
Yeah.
The movie rental store.
But-
Remember when those things were
Yeah,
existed?
it was a thing. But I just remember going upstairs. They lived in like these apartments. I remember we were watching Friday bootleg, and I walked upstairs to my cousin's room, and I opened up the closet right at the stairs would go up, and there's a closet right here, and you would open it, and they had like a mattress, and I opened it, and it just boom, and I just do. I'm like, why would y'all just like? I could just see them like pushing it. All right, close it. Like, you don't think it's going? But yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I also remember at that time too, for some reason I thought bootleg movies were different than original movies. Like everybody was like, "Oh, Friday's best. Friday's a great movie." I'm like, "Man, I like the bootleg version better." I was like, "What?" I'm like, "No, the
It's the
bootleg
same
version
movie.
better." I thought it was a
You
complete.
thought it was like a director's cut or something.
I'm like, "Nah, y'all ain't seen the boot. That dude that walked by like this." That was the best part, bro. What y'all talking about?
Yeah, we saw that part. No, but you didn't see when Miss Jones.
You know how
Miss
people
Jackson-
hold the camera in the movie theater? You'll see people walk by. I'm like, nah, y'all ain't seen that dude that hold his popcorn walking
Oh,
by.
you talking about that?
Yeah, like
they was
bootleg,
actually filming in the theater.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, man, I seen a
thought
dude
you
walk
was
by
just
with a
saying he
hat
had, like,
on.
a ripped version.
He
of
was
it.
combing his hair and then sat down and ate his like. Man, that's the good.
I had some movies like that back
Yeah,
in the
on
day.
the bootlegs.
You just be watching a movie. It is horrible. the quality is absolutely horrible. And then somebody walks in front of you, like,
When
get
I,
out the way, man.
when I was a kid, I thought that was part of the movie. I'm like, hey, dude, this is a part of the movie. Y'all ain't seen the
Y'all
bootleg
didn't
version.
see. And the dude was talking about, give me some more popcorn while you're
Yeah,
out there.
y'all ain't seen that. I thought it was part of the movie, man. I remember that when I was a kid.
Oh
dude.
God, those ripped movies.
Nah,
man.
it was crazy. But
Yeah, I thought you were just saying you had like a blank VHS tape that somebody recorded it onto.
nah, this was
You
an
had
actual
actual theater filming.
bootleg. A dude was in there with a camcorder, like probably one of these, and
Yeah.
then dubbed it, and then dubbed it,
And he
then
got to
dubbed
sit in the back row so that nobody behind
Exactly.
him seeing him filming the whole thing.
God damn, was we that poor? Jesus Christ, we had to.
See, I got those on like LimeWire and stuff, but statute of limitations is over.
Yeah.
But
God dang.
LimeWire had a lot of those.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about LimeWire. LimeWire and Napster. That could be a form of social media.
P2P.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that distributes music. Yes, this
Yeah.
is something not so beneficial to the artist because hence the whole Metallica situation
Yeah,
and them
yeah.
them fighting against piracy and
But
stuff
then
like
there was
that.
people like System of a Down who fought for it.
What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on bootlegging music? What are your thoughts on that?
For underground artists, it's wonderful.
I love it. for underground artists.
For huge artists, it hurts their bottom line for sure.
But see, what if you started as an underground artist and your bootleggers, man, this is
It
fire.
grew you.
And then
Yeah.
you got big, and then they're like, you know what, we're gonna keep helping them
Then
out.
there's
And I was like,
some
"Oh."
cognitive dissonance going on because
Yeah,
you're
that's-
like, man, I wouldn't be here without it. But they are taking a lot of my money.
Yeah, man, but we got you here.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, well, at that point, you're just like, well, I just have to accept it and make my money on touring.
Yeah, it's a catch-22, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, hey, we got you up here.
Yeah.
You up there eating shrimp cocktail and everything. Meanwhile, you're getting $10,000 for a show, but your royalty check is $375. You got to split that among 5 people. Like,
Yeah.
God, dang.
It'd be like, looks like we're gonna tour
For the next
every day this year.
for the next 79
We got
years.
365 shows lined up for the next year.
Is that why Ozzy and all these old people
We even got
still...
a morning gig. It's gonna be 366 shows.
God dang, on a leap year. Jesus Christ. But you think about it, it's like, I was going to say, is that why all these artists in rock and metal are still touring?
But you definitely don't make as much money off
No.
selling. I mean,
Oh,
streaming is one thing though.
touring is the way to make money.
Yeah, that's how.
That's the way to
See,
make
that's the thing. Back in the day, you only toured so you could sell your albums.
Yeah.
And now you only make albums so that you can tour.
Yeah.
And you have songs to play, and hopefully they'll know your songs.
Yeah. I saw a clip of, who was it? Playboy Cardi. Playboy Cardi, and this happened with Eminem too, I think, actually. But I think Eminem was
Sold his soul to the devil.
Huh?
Sold his soul to the devil.
No.
Okay.
They both had a similar situation where the Eminem show was just about to come out.
Yeah.
But it got leaked.
Oh yeah, that
And
happened to Tool also.
It did happen to Tool, yeah. And I remember it was like a small documentary from like Trap. I say small, hell, Trap Lord Ross puts out 5-hour documentaries.
Yeah, exactly.
But he put one out, and it was it showed that Eminem and Playboy Cardi, they were releasing their albums, but it was released through social media before it came out. And then they got out and was like, "Hey, I got a new song for y'all," and then they sing it.
Everybody
and
knows it.
Everybody knows it. And
Yeah.
and both of them got mad and was like, "What?" and just leaves.
Yeah.
I mean,
both of them left.
yeah, from what I saw.
Huh. Dang, that feels weird of Eminem to walk out.
I mean, that's the. Imagine, and we're talking Eminem, the Eminem show. So we're not talking like later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what if he was just like,
Dang, that was early days of internet.
What's the-
stuff, like of everybody being on the internet?
so? And think about Eminem's come up. Like he was passing out demo tapes, and you know what I'm saying? And he's like, all right, man, I got this. And this is after Marshall Mathers LP, which is my favorite album. I know. I think Eminem Show is your favorite album, right?
Yeah.
And then Slim Shady LP, which is my sacred favorite. But he comes out and he's like, man, I've been passing out CDs and doing groundwork. Now, you know, Slim Shady LP blew up. Marshall Mathers LP blew up. Eminem Show. This is the one I'm gonna come out. What's the biggest song on Eminem Show?
Sorry, mama.
All right, y'all, I got a brand new song. I'm sorry, mama. Then the whole crowd.
Everybody's singing
I
it.
never meant to hurt.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I'm done.
God
I'm done.
dang, I put all this work in.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is crazy. Like, yeah. But like I said, if social media is what got you there, you just kind of have to take the good with the bad.
yeah. Now, bringing it back to the comments. You had said the comments. Do you think, like...
Does it hurt their mental state?
Yeah, do you even think the biggest artists even look at comments?
No.
Hell,
No.
a lot of them turn the comments off.
Oh, you mentioned Eminem. Like, he'll say, oh, yeah, somebody said something about me, and I didn't even realize it for a year.
Damn.
Because he's not reading comments. He's
Yeah.
not reading Twitter. He's not going through looking for what people say about him. You know,
Yeah.
it would just be, you know, I was just having a recording session with somebody like, hey, you remember when so-and-so said that about you? And they were like, no. What'd they say? You know, and that's probably for your mental state the best
Yeah.
way to be, because you think about it, the bigger artist you are, the more bad things people are going to say about you. You
But-
do have more people who love you, but you have more people that hate you.
You know, my mom, you know, she went to school for psychology and all that crap. She said there's a thing called the 40-40-20 rule. Have you ever heard of that? It's the 40-40-20. She said no matter what you do in life, 40% of people are going to like it, 40% of people aren't going to like it, and 20% of the people are just going to be indifferent.
Neutral. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That gotta make sense.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and that's okay. Like,
But there are artists who go the other direction.
80,
What do you think about Nickelback? You think there's 40% of the people?
Nah, well, maybe.
Maybe so.
Maybe. I mean,
Maybe it's just the vocal minority that stands out, huh?
maybe yeah, you're right. Maybe the people who the 40% that do enjoy them, like I don't need to vocalize how much I love them. Maybe you know what I mean. Like I'm there at the concerts. They're selling out. Like I'm still look at this. I'm still there.
I mean, he's still doing stadium shows. So
yeah. I mean,
and these artists, we've noticed that phenomenon that these artists come back around years later and they are just overwhelmingly loved after so long. You look at Phil Collins, it happened to him. Apparently, and this is something I just learned recently, apparently he was really hated by a lot of people because he was such a big star. And years later, everybody looks at him like, yeah, it was one of the greatest of all time. Limp Bizkit, the most hated band in the world. And now they're selling out shows again, and the new age just loves them.
So you're saying once they reach a certain height, a certain
level of maturity,
people just automatically
happened to
start.
ICP too.
Well, let me ask you this: why are we speaking as if it's directly just to music? Like, what about video games? Like, what if, oh man, this is the greatest video game? Like, for some reason, I feel like it doesn't apply to video games, or it doesn't apply
I don't know. Like, it applies to movies.
That's what I was gonna say, movies too. But
because man, there is some people out there who are excited about every movie that's going to come out and hate every movie that's come out. Like, so excited, I can't wait to see the remake of this, or the remake of that, or the remake of this. And then as soon as it's out, I hate this movie. This was the worst movie. Why did I pay to watch this? It's like, do you like anything?
Yeah. Again, if we look at the artist's point of view from the movie thing, is like, you may hate it, but guess what you did?
You went and saw it.
You paid that
you
money.
Paid money.
You paid money.
Black Adam. Remember Black Adam coming out? The Rock's movie? The Marvel movie?
Is it Black Adam or?
Yeah.
Black. Oh,
not Black Panther. I'm talking about Black Adam.
Was it The Rock? Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
So he puts out this movie, and everybody's like, it's the biggest bomb ever. Like, he totally ruined The Rock's career, right? Like anything's gonna ruin his career. He's the biggest star in Hollywood. But everybody's online talking about, this is it. The Rock is done. His career is ended. Well, he's already signed up for like 10 more movies since then.
Yeah,
but
he's set.
I looked at the thing. I mean, everybody's calling it the biggest bomb of all time, and it doubled the money they spent on it. Is that really a bomb?
No. And that's
if
the thing.
they doubled their money on it. It made a profit. How is that a bomb?
It's not. I mean, but that's the thing. It's like, I think
it might not be a good movie. I didn't see it, but
yeah, I mean,
they still made their money off of it.
Well, double. According to that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I think the hate is necessary. If you hate it, you're gonna watch it. Mm-hmm. Beneficial for the artist. Beneficial for you to tell someone else that they hate it, and they're gonna be like, you know what, let me go check it out. Yeah. Again, man, if you ain't got haters, you ain't doing something, dude. And The Rock's probably like, yeah, hate it as much as you want. Yeah. Doubled my money.
Yeah.
You know what
exactly.
I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember the exact numbers, like $300 million budget, and then they ended up making $600 million.
I got a good one. Napoleon Dynamite. Mm-hmm. I mean, I remember people, which is crazy because I love Napoleon Dynamite. That was a great movie. But I think they had a $400,000 budget, and they ended up making like $7.4 million.
$400,000?
That's
really
nothing.
Low.
That's nothing, dude.
I mean, you could tell though. I mean, it was kind of shot guerrilla style.
Yeah, it was. And I went through this whole thing where, because I saw a buddy was like, watch, I can throw this. Remember I showed you, and he hit him in the face.
Actually knocked the hell out of him.
Yeah, actually hit him. But then I saw another clip, and it was like, it's crazy a movie with a $500,000 budget grossed 7.4. Yeah. So in this case, what is it saying about a movie that has a lower budget and lower quality but blows up and people love it? Like, what's that about?
People tend to, like, those haters don't seem to show up for those, do they?
Why?
Maybe it's expectations.
Oh,
maybe
because
some
if
people
it,
are just expecting too much.
There you go. Because it looks low quality. Mm-hmm. It has actors we never seen.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Nobody cares.
So you're like, I don't have any expectations for that.
Meanwhile, you put The Rock in
exactly.
a Marvel movie.
Yep.
Oh, how dare they?
Or Rob Zombie doing The Monsters.
Yes.
You know, everybody's like, this is the worst movie of all time.
It's crazy when Rob Zombie was doing his own movies. Like when he did House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's like, these are great.
But then when he does a
does a big movie remaking an old classic.
Or even Jason. Didn't he do a Jason?
He did Halloween. Michael Myers.
I haven't heard much flack about that one.
You know, I don't know. Maybe people were more neutral on that, but I liked them. I like both of them. Yeah.
House of a Thousand Corpses is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I'm sure I wouldn't.
I see. Maybe that's it. It was universally loved for the Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses. That was universally loved, right? He does Halloween. It's kind of neutral. Does the monsters, and everybody's like,
how dare you?
Worst movie of all time. And I'm like, all these people are talking about it like that, and I'm like, I gotta go see it. I gotta see this. If everybody's talking about it like being the worst movie of all time, I gotta see it. Because if it is the worst movie, at least I can say I saw the worst movie of all time. I watched it and I'm like, this is pretty damn good.
Would you see it in the movies?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I saw it. How did I? Oh, I saw it on Netflix.
All right, let me ask you this then. All right, let's both play devil's advocate a little bit. We can both, be on the outside and be like, you like what you like, you don't like what you don't like. What, in your opinion, is the worst movie you've ever seen?
Joe Dirt 2.
Some people are going to come at you for that.
Probably.
They're going to be like, dude, that's one of the greatest movies ever.
Joe Dirt 1 was one of the greatest movies ever. 2, in my opinion, was a terrible movie.
I mean,
but I'm not going to get online and just scream about it.
No.
Like, you took my money. You wasted my time.
No, that's your opinion. And there might be some trash talkers out there be like, bro, you tripping on that. Now, if I had to say one of the worst movies I've ever seen was, God, y'all gonna hate me for this, man. And it's actually starring the same guy.
Oh, yeah? David Spade?
But wasn't he in Male Gigolo?
No, that was Rob Snyder.
I did not like that movie at all.
Deuce Bigalow?
Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo.
I like some of his movies. I believe I saw the whole first Deuce Bigalow, but
I've seen
it wasn't one of my favorites. No.
Okay, maybe not the worst movie I've ever seen. That's a stretch. Damn.
I do like some Rob Snyder movies.
Yeah, I mean, when he's in his Adam Sandler's movie, they're great.
Yeah.
Damn, what's one of the...
It better not be no Jim Carrey, because I won't be taking that.
No. Jim Carrey's one of my favorites of all time, dude.
One of the greatest actors that ever lived.
He is, man. Damn, that's a tough one, dude. Usually I can pick up on... Usually you're the one that's like, I got to think on that one for me.
Yeah, exactly.
You were quick to go with Joe
Dirt.
Oh, yeah,
Joe Dirt was... Joe Dirt Part 2. There was some cool scenes in there, like when he traveled back in time and talked to Leonard Skinner before the plane crash and had this realization like, oh, these guys are going to die soon.
Yeah.
When that happens, it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. But overall, terrible.
What was bad about it? The acting? The
acting was bad. They had Mark McGrath, who was 46 years old, playing an 18-year-old for some reason.
Why is it so...
He went back in time, and it just didn't seem like a good concept. Joe Dirt travels through time, It's almost like Ernest goes back in time or something.
I knew you was going to say that.
It's like you got a good concept originally. You might have went too far, but the jokes were not funny. I don't know who wrote this one. Maybe it was different writers, the comedians that worked on it. Maybe it was different people. David Spade's a funny guy.
Yeah.
I like him, but that movie was pretty terrible.
I don't know why it's so hard for me to say what I think is one of the worst movies. I'll have to get back with y'all on that in the comments.
I know it's hard. It is hard. Like if you told me to name another one, I'd have to think for quite some time.
The only thing that's coming to my head is, and I'm Deuce Bigalow is not the worst movie of all time. I can't that I've seen. I can't say that. Though, you remember that it was like a black and white movie of birds, and the CGI was so terrible, and it just looked like dude. It wasn't.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, it just looked like dude.
Yeah, I saw the clip of that.
Like, I mean that
was pretty terrible effects for sure.
I don't even
remember what movie that was, but yeah.
Y'all, if y'all know what I'm
There has been some horrible B movies. Oh, I got another one.
There's some
actually.
good B movies though.
Clown Motel. That was a pretty terrible movie. But that's the thing, those really low budget B movies, you kind of expect them to be terrible.
There
right?
are some good ones though. There are some good B movies, man.
There's definitely some.
Like VHS, that's considered a B movie.
Evil Dead was a B movie originally.
Blair Witch Project. That was considered a B movie, man.
Yeah.
Man, that bathroom stall movie. I gotta remember it. I know y'all told me in the comments, but that.
But yeah.
But that's the thing. It goes back to the Napoleon Dynamite. Isn't that a B movie?
It was originally, yeah. Low budget, unknown actors, of course, yeah. And it became a success.
That's crazy.
And now those guys are A-list actors.
Yeah, I mean,
Per se.
what?
Per se, I mean.
Oh, I thought
You know, you like...
I don't know about
what's the
A-list.
main actor's name? Do you know?
Actually,
Because he went on to do a lot of movies after that.
have you seen him on Instagram?
Uh-uh.
Oh my God! Remind me to show you that on camera.
All right.
It's not A-list material, if I'm being honest.
Oh, really? Huh.
It's. I'll show you off camera.
Yeah, I've never looked into it.
Yeah, I gotta show
personally.
you that. Man,
I know he did Benchwarmers with David Spade. That was a good movie.
that was a good movie.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. And then I'm trying to come on, Smokey, bring it all around. Put that rope around the bull's horn and bring it back home. How can we bring this back with social media? Good or bad for the music industry?
Well, maybe it's a lot like the people hating on the music on the movie industry. Is that, you know, an artist drops a new album and they expect something, you know, that they're not getting. They expect to, you know, like we always say all the time, these people I want that 1994 Korn. I want that
You're not the same person
Yeah.
as you were in 1994.
I want that Anima Tool.
Not gonna
you
get
know,
it.
like I want that back, and it's not gonna happen. So they get online. They're really disappointed because they were so excited and they didn't get what they wanted. So they get online. They start hating on it, and that does affect the artist's mental state.
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, I've seen so many of the trash talkers, they were so jealous that me and you got to experience all of Tool's catalog at the disposal of our fingers. And
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion, I think yours is Tempest, their favorite album. Or
No.
no, yours is Anima, actually.
Yeah, Anima.
Like me, Fear Inoculum is my favorite Tool album, and people are like, how dare you say that? We waited 15 years to see that. And I'm like, yeah, but we had it, and people got jealous at that, you know. But
Yeah, and that's understandable.
yeah, to me, this is,
I mean, they were still along for the ride, of
Yeah.
course, you know.
but like you said, they might have wanted, I want that old Anima
that
Tool.
feeling back again.
Yeah, so then when they hear Fear Inoculum, they're expecting the Anima, but it's
and
like,
they're
wait,
like, I didn't get that feeling this time because this is not exactly like that
exactly.
was.
My first time, my experience was whatever I wanted. You want to pick that, meaning this. Meanwhile, y'all had to pick just a certain little bit,
Yeah.
which is kind of, I mean, it's a good thing for us.
Yeah,
I mean, we got to
absolutely.
pick whatever we want,
But all in all, that's why artists usually don't read the comments. So when you spend all that time and energy telling this artist how you feel, and you're just gonna give it to them, and you're gonna make them feel bad, they don't see it.
Yeah.
Hate to tell you, they're not seeing it because it would really affect their mental state.
yeah.
As an artist, this is an old Lauryn Hill line right here. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
100%.
That's why they're not reading comments.
And Smokey just said the S word. 100%.
Just like last podcast.
Just like last podcast. Trash Talkers, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us on this episode of the Trash Talkers podcast. A great week of reactions coming up. Smokey, you got anything else for him?
Nah, I guess that's it for this week.
That's it, guys. You guys let us know. Social media, good or bad for the music industry down in the comment section. With that being said, my name's Behringer Hollywood 6. Bye.
I'll Larry, Smokey, Ramirez, Cowboy.
Here we are.
Over. Out. Deuces. Yeah, boy.